The Angry River. In a small village by the riverbank, there lived a man named Vikram. Vikram was a fisherman, strong and skilled, but he was known for one thing above all: his fierce temper. His anger would flare up at the smallest things: a miscalculation in his fishing nets, a missed opportunity, or even a disagreement with his fellow villagers. His rage consumed him, and it seemed as though every moment of his life was marked by the storm of his emotions. Despite his talents, Vikram's anger prevented him from finding peace or happiness. He lost friendships, made rash decisions, and often found himself alienated from those around him. His anger, like a constant current, seemed to control his every action, making him feel restless and disconnected from the world. One day, after an especially heated argument with a fellow fisherman, Vikram walked to the river in a fit of rage. He stood at the riverbank, clenching his fists, glaring at the water as it rushed by, never stopping, never calming. The sound of the rushing water, once a source of tranquility for him, now felt like a reflection of the turmoil in his own heart. "I am like this river," Vikram muttered to himself, "always rushing, always filled with anger, never calm, always crashing through life." At that moment, an elderly monk who had been passing through the village stopped by the river and noticed Vikram's frustration. The monk, named Sakyamuni, had spent many years meditating by the riverside, watching the water flow in silence, and understanding its deeper lessons. He approached Vikram slowly, sensing the anger that emanated from him. "Why do you stand here so angry, my friend?" asked the monk gently. Vikram, his chest heaving with anger, turned to the monk and said, "I am angry because life is unfair. I work hard, and yet people seem to always wrong me. I am always frustrated, and I cannot find peace." Sakyamuni looked at the river thoughtfully. "Do you see this river, Vikram? It flows endlessly, sometimes swift, sometimes slow. But it is always moving, always flowing." Vikram, still irritated, looked at the river with contempt. "This river is like my anger, wild, out of control, and impossible to stop." The monk smiled kindly, pointing to the river once more. The river's calmness does not come from holding onto its turbulent waters. If the river tried to hold onto every drop of water, it would become a stagnant pool, filled with murk and decay. The river is peaceful because it lets go of the turbulence. It flows freely, moving forward, always letting go. Vikram frowned, still uncertain. "But how can I let go of my anger? It feels like a part of me, like the current of the river. When I am wronged or frustrated, the anger rises within me, and I cannot seem to control it." Sakyamuni nodded, understanding. Anger, like the river's current, may come naturally. But the key is not to fight it or hold on to it. Instead, we must learn to let go, to release the anger when it rises, and to choose to flow with peace, just as the river flows with ease. The more we hold on to the turbulence, the more we suffer. Letting go is not weakness, it is strength. The monk sat down by the river, gesturing for Vikram to sit beside him. "Watch the river," he said. "Notice how it moves, how it navigates around obstacles, how it continues forward without being overwhelmed by every stone or branch in its path. The river does not try to control every moment, it simply moves, and in its movement, it finds peace." Vikram sat down reluctantly, still filled with frustration. But as he watched the river flow, something began to shift within him. He noticed how the water never fought the obstacles in its path. Instead, it flowed around them, sometimes slowly, sometimes quickly, but always without resistance. It did not hold on to its anger or frustration, it just moved. Sakyamuni spoke again, his voice soft but powerful. "You, too, must learn to flow with life's challenges. When you hold on to anger, it is like trying to hold on to the river's current. It drags you along, forces you to act impulsively, and leaves you tired and restless. But when you let go, when you allow yourself to flow like the river, you will find that you can move with the world rather than against it. The key is not to fight your emotions, but to release them, and to let peace flow through you." Vikram, for the first time in a long while, felt a deep sense of stillness. He realized that his anger had been like a dam that held him back, keeping him from moving freely. But now, he could feel a subtle shift inside him, as if his emotions were beginning to flow more freely, just like the river before him. "I understand now," Vikram said quietly. "I have been holding on to my anger as if it were a part of me, something that I needed to protect. But it only brings me pain." The monk smiled, pleased with Vikram's realization. Yes, anger is like a fire, it consumes all that it touches. But when you let go of it, you release the fire, and in that release, you find peace. From that day forward, Vikram began to practice the teachings of the monk. He learned to recognize when anger rose within him, and instead of allowing it to take over, he would focus on his breath, allowing himself to calm and let go. Just as the river moved freely, Vikram learned to navigate life's challenges with patience, understanding, and emotional control. Over time, Vikram became known not only for his skill as a fisherman but also for his calm demeanor and peaceful nature. He found that when he let go of the turbulence within himself, his life became much more fulfilling. His relationships with the villagers improved, and he began to feel a deep sense of inner peace, much like the river he had once resented. Moral of the story: anger, like a rushing river, can be powerful and overwhelming. However, just as the river finds peace by flowing and letting go of obstacles, so too can we find peace by letting go of our anger. Holding on to negative emotions only drags us along, but when we release them, we open ourselves to serenity and clarity. True strength lies in emotional control. By letting go of inner turbulence, we allow ourselves to flow freely with the currents of life. Thanks for watching. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to give it a like, share it with others who might benefit, and subscribe to the channel for more valuable content like this. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.